Have you guys ever woken up on the beach because you were having a nightmare about a possible offline? All the work you put in for that whole day just gone because some clan decided they want to put a hole in your base. And they raided you not because you even did anything, but because they had some boom laying around, and because they could, they decided to put a hole in your base. So in this video, I decided I was going to do something about it. I gave myself 12 hours to put down a base, and within that time frame, I was going to be inside of theirs. But this video starts off by getting a base of operations because for my big plan, I was going to need a nice 2x2. The plan was pretty straightforward and simple, so while I was making this base, I was also AFKing launch on an alt account, so that way I could get some scrap up so I can go gambling. And hopefully, running launch a bunch, I'll be able to get a C4 or some airdrops, so that way I can further the plan a little bit quicker. Then with the scrap that I get from launch, I'm going to get on my main account and start gambling like a maniac. You guys, if you've seen my TikTok, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to be hitting 20, so that will help me get the tier 3. It'll also help me BP the whole tech tree. Additionally, I'm going to be taking those. I'm going to be buying a bunch of grenades and a bunch of smokes. I'm going to be recycling them, and because there's a cooldown that actually took up most of my 12 hours. Honestly, if there was no cooldown, I probably could have gotten this whole video done in 4, but it did take me 12 hours, so, you know, that's a lot of dedication. Go ahead and drop a like for that. And wow, what a good time to make sure you're subscribed, because I'm going to be posting a lot more. I already post on TikTok a bunch, but I'm going to try to start posting YouTube videos more. The Messing with Zergs is going to move from my TikTok over to my YouTube because these videos take a lot of effort. This took 12 hours of non-stop playing to try to get this done for you guys. So if you guys could do me a favor, recommend a server for me to get on and a Zerg for me to mess with. And additionally, if you could make sure you're subscribed and like the video, that would help me out a bunch because I'd like to keep making these. But as you can see, from running launch a bunch, I got a bunch of these airdrops. It kind of looks silly to see them all come down, but I had to throw them in the middle of the ocean because I knew that Zerg was going to pull up. But these airdrops were crucial because it gave us enough guns and enough equipment for the whole plan to come together. By recycling grenades, I got GP and I also got metal frags. So I had enough metal frags for a raid base. I also got enough of the body armor, guns, and the rockets made, so that way we could start raiding. That was the easy part. Now the hard part was trying to get all of my team on so we could raid these guys online. Because I didn't want to offline this Zerg, I wanted to make sure they were on. So now that we got the screenshot out of the way for the thumbnail, now it's time to go. And here's the thing too, not only did I see that these guys were on, we also invited them to a party, so that way I made sure they were on and they were not AFKing. So I wanted to give them an online. We made a raid base and everything. And that's what was so confusing, is that these guys were nowhere to be found. So I know at least 3 or 4 of them were on because we invited them to a party, but these guys happened to be off. But these guys did live in like a village kind of thing, so I'm not sure, maybe they were in another base and they were trying to like defend from another base, but we really didn't see them too much during this raid. Figured I'd let you guys check out the loot just a little bit. And right when I was trying to be toxic and seal up their base, it finally happened. We heard some gunshots. They were on. So you know we had to raid that base too. But overall, they were pretty poor. I was pretty shocked because they've been offlining the whole server. I had a 2x2 on the server before, and I saw that they had offlined it. So I was confused as to why they were so poor in this base. And then we found main base. Right down the hill from these other 2 bases, we found this small metal base. These kids had tried to claim that I offlined them on my TikTok, so I just want to point out that gate is opening there, and also we killed them earlier while they're in the other base. And because I hadn't actually farmed that much, again, I was only on the server for 12 hours, we decided, let's hop into the compound and raid it from inside. So this was balls to the wall, all or nothing. If they killed us, this was it. They were going to get all the boom that we had left. And like we said, we made sure they were on before we started coming. We told them we were going to raid them, and they didn't believe us because they thought we had just got on the server, which we did. And this loot check kind of serves as evidence that these guys were just offlining everyone, because as bad as they were not PvPing for these kits. Also, look at this box of AKs I'm sure they were so proud of, but I know they just offline for them. Like, Jesus, look at all these M2s, AKs, LRs. Yeah, I'm sure you guys didn't offline raid anybody. And see, even more proof that they were actually on, even though they're trying to claim it was an offline. So, with justice served, we ran out of boom. We decided we were just going to despawn everything that was inside this base because we couldn't actually get it out. We ran out of ladders and we weren't able to build out, so we despawned everything and held the doors until we made sure everything despawned. After all, this series is called Messing with Zergs. What's a better way to mess with a Zerg than to despawn their loot right above them? So you guys let me know in the comments, what server should I go on next and what Zerg should I mess with next? Also, shout out to everyone that helped me with this raid. That's Dr. Love, Map, Most Hated, and of course Snowbeams. Check out all those guys on TikTok. If you guys follow me on TikTok, they're in my following, and this last clip is just farther proof. They were all mine. They just didn't want to defend. Alright, I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Later.